Hello, welcome to my channel, Favored Readings. I'm Kymmy, and today we will be doing a pick a card reading. Now, before I get into the options, I just wanted to remind everyone that I do not take personal readings at this time, or if I do in the future, I will not be soliciting into your DMs in order to tell you I need to give you a message. I won't do that. So if anyone tries to message you as me now or in the future, don't give them your hard-earned money. It's a scam. As well, since it's not a personal reading, it is a general reading. And as such, there may be messages that don't resonate with you. That's perfectly fine. You have free will and you are able to choose your own destiny. Now, if it doesn't resonate, you are welcome to pick another pile or another reading. I have many listed below. Now, the pick a pile will be done as Rhapsodomancy, which is an ancient form of divination that was used by the muses, which is either use scriptures or poetry to find these intuitive messages. I myself use my own written poems to come up with, to receive downloads of guided messages. Okay, so today, in honor of the new black moon, I am doing it a little bit late, but that's okay because there's Mercury retrograde going on. So be aware of everyone with your exes, technology, and being on time. Now, a black new moon is when there's 2 new moons in 1 month. We also have the partial solar eclipse and Beltane, which is a Celtic celebration for the god Bel, and is usually with a bonfire and different stuff like that. It's also called May Day, and it's usually for finding romance. But yes, in honor of all those energies combined, the new moon symbolizing new beginnings, Taurus, and it being in Taurus energy, which is very lovey-dovey and loyal, as well the eclipse in Beltane, symbolizing love and fertility. I decided that today we will be doing a reading on what is budding for this relationship. Now, I'm going to leave it open-ended, as I know that there are people who are asexual, who are just not in the mood for a relationship, or just gotten out of one and not ready, which is why I wanted to leave it to be for friendships, intimate, or family, and take it as it resonates for you. So what is budding for this relationship? Now, to get into the choices, today we have some ribbons as well as a little extra thing in the middle for a mix. Now, pile number 1, yours will be the red ribbon. It's a little shiny on it. It's got that soft on one end and rough on the other. And for pile number 2, we have waterproof matches. Oh, I got it down a little bit there. And so yeah, you chose matches. It's pile number 2. And pile number 3, you have the matching one to go with my head ribbon, which is just white. And each side, it doesn't have any shiny on it. It's just, but it does have a grooves on it, so it makes a nice noise. I'm not sure if you could pick up on it, but I tried. So, yeah, I will be using, I will be using calculator.net and dice roller, and I still have 48 poems at this time, so I will be clicking on to roll for initiative. So without further ado, pile number ones. If you chose the red ribbon, then this one will be for you. Trying up different setups is fun. Maybe you're trying new setups within your home and rearranging. It is spring, so that could resonate for some of you as well. Now, for red, it usually symbolism is passion. Passion is red. Ribbon means awareness, so there could be some sort of passion that you're becoming aware with, as well as I didn't want to overlook this information, but I didn't want it to be in the foreground either. It could be that red ribbons are usually used in awareness for the AIDS, as well as Mothers Against Drunk Driving, so that could resonate for some of you, but I don't think that's the overall message. I just wanted you to know what I found when I was looking it up. Wee, kitty! He wants to say hello, Pip. Yeah, he wants to say hello. So some of you may have animals that are you're really passionate about right now. So as I said, it could be any relationship, which is friendships or family. And your young ones, fur babies, are definitely a part of the family. So you could be having a lot of passion come through for animals around this time. That could be what kind of what is budding for your relationships, or maybe as your family, couples, or friends who are roommates are looking to welcome an addition to your family. And for any of those who are dealing with addictions and illnesses, I'm sending you my energy of love, and may you have comfort and recovery in whatever way is possible for you. Okay, so pile number ones, what is budding for them? Please, spirit guides, guardians, and ancestors, please come through for pile number one, red ribbon. Red ribbon, pile number one, please, spirit guides, guardians. Woo! For pile number one, please. So we have 32. So you could be seeing 32 or the number 5 a lot in order for you to recognize the changes coming through. That could be an extra confirmation. It doesn't have to be, or it may not have happened yet. Okay, 32, 32, 32. Okay, number 32 is called Aging River. Love shown, fear known. Once a maiden, crone soon awaken. Planted seed, threaded bead. Navigate obstacles swiftly upstream. Descend beneath the lustrous moonbeam. So I feel for a lot of my pile number ones, what is budding in your relationship is actually the relationship with yourself, and whether or not you're planting seeds for real. You could be a gardener or a herbalist, whatnot, or just really be into gardening, or even just practicing your hand at it if you are not a seasoned gardener. or you could be planting the seeds within yourself for what you want to do in your future, because you're going from being a maiden, which is usually inexperienced, to crones and soon awakening. So you're awaiting awakening. It could be within yourself. It could be that you are possibly just planting seeds and growing for harvest because it's springtime, or threading beads, which you could be a crafter, a craft artist. Arts and crafts. I have no idea. Normally I know what it is. A fashion artist. You could be as well. Now that the new season is changing, you could be working. Oh, that too. It doesn't have to be super profound, and you don't have to own your own business or anything for you to be into fashion, and you're just taking all the clothes out that you had put away during winter and changing it back to your springtime get-ups and fashion wear. I feel like you're remodeling yourself here, pile number ones, whether it's just taking on a new form of hobby, which is planting seeds so that you can get better at it, or if you're just planting seeds of confidence, if you're planting seeds of into the universe that you want something. Like if there's some sort of relationship, like if you want friendship, you're putting the idea out there into the universe. Like, I'm ready for having new friends again. I'm ready for a new look. I'm ready for a haircut, just changing it about. I feel a lot of change coming in for you, especially with the number 5 from the uh, from the poem itself. 3 and 2 equal 5, and 5 is the number of change. So I see a lot of change coming in for you that's budding. And the relationship is more so with yourself, possibly with partnerships for work. If you work by yourself, you may be thinking of taking on someone, a consultant, like someone else who's inside the same field as you, and doing a collaboration. So you just may have been planting the seeds, toying with the idea of how could I do this? It's getting a little stale. I'd like to switch it up a little. And you're navigating the obstacles swiftly upstream. So anything that comes towards you, you're taking it as a lesson, which is very wise, like the crone. Once again, I just wanted to let everyone know who's listening that it's not gender specific. It was just the words that I used at the time that rhymed, get my emotions out. So you could be any gender, gender fluid, non-binary, perfectly okay. You were once in, you're working to become more experienced. Like, you've already learned a little bit because you once were a maiden. That means you're not now. That means that you're already planted the seeds and threaded some beads, and you're working through to fabricate your own design. Like, you don't want anyone else's blueprint. You want to be your own blueprint. I forget what they're called, but they used to have little boxes with the cutouts so that you can make your own dress. But now you're like, I don't want to use those cutouts to make my own dress, or I don't want to trace pictures anymore. I want to create my own, or I'm ready to start dancing again. I want to sing, or even go out into the wild and just look at birds for a while. It's time to start feeding the birds again. It could be anything that makes your heart go pitter patter, but I see here that you're doing it and it is making a change. So if you've been waiting for confirmation on that pile number ones, I see that coming to you as long as you continue to be patient, which is a pain in the keister, but I see it becoming your ether, you know, something solid and foundation and very deep. But yeah, I don't want to make them the videos too long today, as I wanted to have a lot of energy for myself still. So yeah, what I see budding for you, pile number ones, is your self-confidence and delving more deeply into your hobbies, or getting started on the hobbies that has been scratching at your creative mind for a while now. And yeah, so that's everything. Thank you for listening and letting me read your energy. If it resonated, please let me know below. And if you have any other suggestions on titles for the video, I would appreciate that, as well as feedback always helps me, since that's one way you can support me. All right, and remember to eat, hydrate, and have fun. All right, bye now. Pile number 2. In a second, it seems I dropped something on the floor. So I feel like that's not a coincidence. I feel for our pile number 2s, you're letting something fall away that wasn't serving you before. Now, whether that is a relationship or a work scenario. Sorry about my dry skin, just scratching it there. Some of you might have some sort of skin irritation at the moment, or something that's making you itchy. It could be spring allergies. I totally get you. Or it could just be from COVID and constantly using hand sanitizer and drying out. Anyways, aloe vera is my favorite friend right now. And yeah, so it could be that you're either dropping a course, you could be dropping, and where you work, you could be dropping away old beliefs that you don't no longer serve you. Anything that no longer serves you, I feel like, is naturally falling away. Especially when I looked up what matches mean, and matches means simplicity. Starting something is not as complicated as you initially thought. So I feel like something that might be something that's falling away is your thought pattern of thinking that something is more complicated to start than it actually is, and you're going to slowly believe in yourself and just go for it. Be like, F this, I'm gonna do it, I'm awesome, I'm pile number 2, no one can match my energy because I'm me, I'm my own light, and I'm gonna shine the brightest for me. And then you'll attract in other people who are shining bright. They wanted me to look at the the name brand, as well as something else. 2, 5 might be important to you because there was 250 on here. 7 is the number of enlightenment and divine guidance. It also is these are kitchen matches, so some of you may be working on becoming kitchen witches, culinary workers, or you don't have to be going to the extreme. You could just be learning a new recipe, deciding that you're going to eat at home more instead of going out. You know, you don't have to have it be your lifelong lesson just to love the kitchen. But yeah, I definitely do see with the word touch, getting in touch with your inner light and inner kitchen witch. That's a message for someone. This is from last video. I don't know how I'm gonna get that to stay up there, so hopefully I don't knock it over. So you can still see in case I need any more. But we will get into, that's all the intuitive messages I got from the box. Let's get into rolling for your poem. Yep, got it lined up this time. Pile number 2s, please, spirit guides, guardians, and ancestors. Can we give her a pile number 2s? What is budding for this relationship that they're referring to? What is budding for their relationship? Please, and thank you. Oh, I didn't realize I had pressed the button. I'm taking it. 22, so you could be seeing 2s a lot. It was 2122 on the clock when I said that, so that's definitely confirmation that you are seeing 2s in your life. If not, then they will be soon. Okay, 22. Okay, number 22. Now, before I get into it, some of my poems are well, not negative, because they all served a positive purpose. Either way, they can get pretty dark. It doesn't mean the message from them will be dark. If you don't like it at any moment, you are welcome to turn it off and come back at a later time. Okay. Number 22 is Inner Monster. Pain ridden over face, stinging words of distaste. Confined within perpetuated thoughts, frantic serenity sought. Notion of possible release, devised method malice. Tempt the temptress, mocked was facetious. Repudiant, I know how to say this. Repudiant. Some of you may be dealing with knowing that you know what you're talking about, but still afraid to say what's on your mind and to go after what you want. As I was saying before with the matchbox, that you're gonna, no one can match you because you are you and only you have your light. Repudiation to surrender. I don't know why my brain doesn't want to work that way. So you may have dyslexia, like me, or some sort of condition, disorder that you may feel like is holding you back, which isn't true, and it could be one of the things that is keeping you in perpetual thoughts of thinking you're not good enough. And I wanted to let you know you are good enough to do anything your heart desires. The universe wouldn't have made it your calling if it and given you that passion if it wasn't to be so. Don't give up. Repudiation to surrender. Reputed. I'm not gonna get stuck on it. Repudiation to surrender. Stifling the inner monster. So I said from the very beginning that some of you may be wanting to move on to, it might be the relationship with your life's purpose, you know, and that could be what you're starting and that you feel like is complex, but isn't quite, which matches symbolize simplicity, because, you know, instead of complicated, having to like rub two sticks together, hope and pray for a fire to start and ignite within you. But I think it's a little bit more simple than that, and I think you're not giving yourself as much credit as you deserve. And I think every time you actually try to take yourself seriously, you mock yourself with jokes and not taking yourself seriously. Like, for example, with me, with public speaking and everything, and tripping over myself and stuff, and it's like, oh yes, I'm a great poet, but not actually feeling behind it, which is good. Getting the sentences out there is the first step. You don't want to talk down to yourself either, but I feel like what's budding for you is that you're slowly starting to say it in all seriousness. Like, before you would be like, oh yeah, I'm a great cook, but now you're gonna feel it inside too, and you're gonna taste your food and you're gonna be like, wow, I am a great cook, or I'm a great life coach, or I'm a great writer, or I'm a great listener, you know, or I'm great at craft. I'm a great manifester. I'm a great friend. And you're gonna mean it instead of being like, yeah, you know, everyone likes me. Oh my God. But you don't actually, you'd be like, wow, I'm pile number 2, and everyone does like me because I am likable. And you are likable in tiles number 2. You are smart, you are courageous, and sure, yeah, sometimes it is hard to follow the KISS rule. You know, keep it simple, silly. And it's hard to follow that because you get caught on perpetuated thoughts and like and steps, and you know, death of the temptress, and the temptress is to doubt yourself. I feel in this case the inner monster is that you're trying to stifle is your doubt and indecisiveness, with this frantic serenity sought from the notion of possible release, of being released from having to make a decision. And sometimes you don't want to have to say the words that you want to, like, I quit. I'm not feeling this relationship anymore. Or I'm moving on to the next relationship and friendship because we've outgrown each other. You know, stinging words of distaste, they're not the best. And having to see, you know, the discomfort on their face is something that is not always easy to do, and it takes courage. And I know that you have that in you, but their disappointing them will eventually be way easier than the regret you feel because of not taking the chance on yourself. I feel like that's what's budding for you, is the relationship with chance. You're taking a chance on yourself. So that's everything I have for pile number 2s. It's 2929. Thank you for letting me read your energies. If it resonated, let me know below. And you can also put down other titled comments for other titles you'd like to see me do in the future. That's one way you can help support me. Hit the thumbs up and whatnot, and subscribe for yourselves. And of course, remember to eat, hydrate, and have fun. Bye. Okay, pile number 3s. Pile number 3. If you picked the white ribbon with the good sounds, this pile is for you. So white symbolizes innocence, which reminds me of the new of the year, spring, new babies, new blossoming of flowers and whatnot. But it also reminds me of the very old traditions. So some of you may be old traditional, or you could just be dealing with someone who is more traditional than you. Because innocence is usually the reason why the wedding dress is white. Some of you could be getting engaged in marriage or taking your relationship to a next level, or someone close to you is getting married and you're just going to witness their love. Also, white for the ribbon awareness is used for immune deficiency. So someone you may know may have had immune deficiency, still has, they could have autoimmune deficiency. And so what could be budding for you this relationship right now is the fact that you could be getting to see them again, especially with COVID, with restrictions lifting, so that you're able to go out and see those who you haven't for a while now. So that could be what's budding for you, is that you're getting to see the ones that you love and hold dear. Especially for those who may have had immune deficiency, and there could be a baby that had been born not too long ago and you're just waiting to see them. But that's everything from the white ribbon. I will switcheroo on that. Some of you could be into fashion and design as well, with it being fabric. Okay. Pile number 3 is please spirit guides, guardians, and ancestors. Please for my pile number 3s. So we have number 4. So you could be seeing number 4 a lot. It also stands for stability. It was 33:11 on the clock when I said that. So you could be seeing 3, 3, and 1, 1, and both of them equals 4. So 4, 4, 4. So a lot of stability coming through for our pile number 3. And we will read the poem to find out what is budding for your relationship, for this relationship that you have chosen to want to know about. Oh. Okay, before I read it, I just want to let everyone know that it could be, this poem has heavy energies, so if you're not in the right mindset or the emotions for dealing with that right now, you're certainly welcome to come back, or if you never end up watching it, that's okay. You're welcome to pick another video, and welcome to come back later. Number 4, the child that never was. Never felt in my arms, still desperate to keep from harm. lost before you started to show, the child no one shall ever know. Now you are free, for it was never meant to be. So some of you in pile number 3s could have had a rainbow baby. Whether you're still trying or not, my condolences and love to you and your family. With the innocence of the white ribbon here, and it could also be as well that it could have been the childhood innocence that was inside of you that never got to be due to trauma, or just ended up happening. Your childhood doesn't have to be super traumatic just for you not to feel like you had enough time to be a kid. Yeah, even if your parents are super supportive and loving. I feel like what's budding for you is learning the innocence of life still, regardless of the disappointment. I feel like you're learning to love yourself again, because for a while my pile number 3s, I feel like you're blaming yourself for not being able to do what society puts a pretty heavy and hefty thing on. Or even if you don't have problems trying to have kids, you could have had, been had a hysterectomy or a vasectomy. This is for both males and female rating, and non-binary and gender fluid. So it could be that you were, excuse me, move along. It could be that you're getting a fur baby instead, because mine came up to me, probably due to my energy shift. But at the same time, it could be that you've moved on and decided that the family that you've chosen to have is good enough. Like if you're a male and you could have got with a person who already had decided that they don't want kids, so they got fixed in a sense, hysterectomy or a vasectomy, and decided they don't want kids, and you're finding it within yourself what you want to define as family. So even though it's not looking like in the traditional sense, you're finding ways to define what family is to you. So I feel like that's what's budding for you, is that you're taking society's standards of what a family is and taking it and throwing that opinion in the trash where it belongs. Because no one can tell you what love is or what family is to you. I feel like that's what's budding for our pile number 3s, is that you're taking society standards and unboxing yourself from it. You're like, I no longer want to be defined. I'm perfectly happy with my mixed family. I'm perfectly happy with my fur family. I'm perfectly happy with being a family of one, and I am my own family. I'm perfectly happy with having a house full of housemates that are my friends, and that's my family forever. You are taking what is meant to be a family and not letting it bog you down and making you feel less like a person, because you aren't any less of a person, because you aren't a baby factory for the government. Seriously. Yeah, boy, it's totally not 2022. Yeah. I love you, you're a good boy. That's my family right there. I talk to them. I love them. I open the window so that you guys can have an opportunity to say hello to the birds. But yeah, I feel like your window of opportunity is totally opening your eyes to a new view of what you define as a family. I don't know if everyone did this when they were younger, but when we were younger in class, they had, what do you define as family? And you would draw what your family looked like and what you thought family meant to you. And I feel like pile number 3 is that's what you're doing right now. And it is 2, 2, 2, 2. So I feel 4s and 2s are really important for you right now. But yeah, no, whether you have stepmother or stepfathers, adopted families, fur babies, slither babies, critter babies, plant babies, I don't care. If it's family to you, it's your family, and nobody can tell you how you are loved and how you choose what is a family. And I feel like that's what's budding for you, number 4, is just not caring about society rules or social norms of what family is. And honestly, I think that's totally kick butt. And I'm trying not to get flagged by YouTube, but yeah, totally bad ASS. Totally knocking it out of the park for yourself, because that's key. That's holding the deepest innocence from your very young and being, is deciding what is family to you. And if that's just you alone, well, not alone because you have your guides, guardians, and the support system, but if you want to just be you, team you forever, I support that. If no, you don't get outer validation from anyone else, yeah, just got it from me. But I think what's awesome is that you're slowly giving that validation to yourself and not needing external reasons. And I don't think I could say any more than what you're already doing, which is being awesome and living your life, which is important, and not by anyone else's standards. So thank you for letting me read your energy. It reminded me of a few things that I'm working on in my life, and that family is important no matter what way you slice it and title it. So if you would like to read any topics for a title that you would like me to do poem divinations for, then go ahead and leave me a comment below. If it resonated, let me know as well. It's one way you can support me, because then I know that I'm reaching and helping those that are coming to listen. And that's one of the things I enjoy doing. So remember to eat, hydrate, and have fun. For anyone else who listened all the way through, thank you for your support, and I'll see you in my next videos. All right, bye.